Hey guys, Tom by 601. Happy update week, and today I I have what has to be one of the most broken ships I have seen in a long while, the Blazing Dread. Now, what is the Blazing Dread? At first, I thought we were just dealing with a reskinned Suzuya, and I was like, okay, cool. Listen, Suzuya, pain in the ass to deal with on a good day, so we're just putting it up for sale and making it the ultimate reward for the event. Whatever, we'll just see more Suzuyas with a fun camo out there. That'll be fine. And then I played this round, and just so you have an idea, this is the first match I played of the update. I came in, I was like, let's try this new ship out. And oh my goodness, it's broken. It is a disgusting ship that I don't even use to its utmost potential in this game. But that's a glimpse at it right there. A double fire, first salvo, and let me tell you, it's not the first double fire we're going to deal this game. In fact, here comes our second salvo. And, well, another double fire. That's right. Last update, they nerfed what was the ultimate HE spammer, right? They nerfed Azur Lane Chapayev. And this update, they've said, you know what? Don't worry. For you people who enjoy the HE lifestyle, we got you. We'll go ahead and sell you a brand new ship. So what are we dealing with here? Like I said, it's based off Suzuya. From what I can tell, the trade-offs or the differences between Blazing Dread and Suzuya are this. You get an extra 4% extra chance of fire on your shells for 400 damage of HE Alpha Strike. That's about it. That's the trade you're looking at. So not bad at all. Now, if you're like me and you have a Azur Lane Atago sitting in your port, and you have a full fire build, i.e. you have Harugumo or Haguro on there as the commander, well, you're looking at a 23.9% chance to set fire. When we have, how many guns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3 barrels. When we have 15 shells at 24% chance to set fire. Whoo! Now, if you're not someone who has a Atago sitting in your thing, and you're a free-to-play player, and you want to play along, a not as good fire build, but one that you could use is Yamamoto. But really, this ship right here is for those people who have Atago, because it is just utterly disgusting the amount of fires that you can set with this vessel, just so easily without really trying. It is, like I said, sort of disgusting what you can do with it. Now, as far as our build goes in this video, we're using Aiming System Mod 1. We are using Rudder Shift. In the third slot, I'm running Concealment Mod as opposed to Steering Gears. I usually run Steering Gears on Suzuya. I wanted to try something different. And then we are running the Reload Booster, and that's sort of our build. Now, you may look down at our consumables, because this is the other special thing about this that I didn't even realize, because I was just like, let's try the ship out, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with it later. First, we have the damage control party. That's known and well. Then you have the sonar, which can be switched out for defensive AA. And in this match, we are rocking the useless fighters, right? I mean, you could, I guess, run them with good old Arthas the Cold, maybe, if you wanted to. I think that's pretty much the only use for those things. But you know what? You know what the Suzuya really needed? It needed a smoke screen, and that's what they've given Blazing Dread here. So if you're feeling that, you know, those fighter planes just aren't doing it for you, well, you can have a smoke screen with a 65-second dispersion time and 2 charges of it to just really wreak havoc on the enemy team. absolutely busted, as we're up to 11 fires so far. We're going to have more. Don't you worry, folks. Now, if you want to acquire Blazing Dread, how would you go about it? And currently, I'll be honest, I have a very busy week at work, so I haven't been able to go in and run the numbers on the most efficient way in order to accomplish getting the Blazing Dread, which I feel like people are going to want to. Don't worry, I'm working on it, but at this point, it's about getting these videos out and ready to go. The price for it is 15,000 of the event coins, of the Halloween coins. Now, you can purchase those in bundles along with Halloween crates. If you wanted to do that, it would cost you 45,000 dubs, which, Wargaming gonna make their money. You kind of expect it. For me, that would be about $150, which is gross. Of course, I assume that is kind of the least efficient path in order to get Blazing Dread, as you can get the coins by playing the Halloween mode, by purchasing the Admiralty backing. So there is a decent number of free coins out there for you to earn. Like I said, I just haven't gone in and done the tallies on everything yet, but overall, this is a ship that is a little gross. So let's get into the game now that I've kind of gone on my rant about Blazing Dread. And well, you can see we're not doing too good as far as health goes. We've used our 2 heals. We only have 5,000 health for the rest of the game, and we need to stretch that as much as possible. So what's our plan? Well, it is to stay as far away from people as possible and hope they don't shoot at us, because if we can put other ships between us and the enemy, then hopefully they'll choose to shoot at them and not us. We did get that double fire on the Republic over there. He put it out. We're going to go ahead, fire that salvo on the Republic that was just spotted once again, because we are able to arch over that one island over there, and we'll pick up another fire, bringing us up to 15 fires so far in this game. Now, as we said before, there is a trade-off for this insane fire chance. It's 400 Alpha Strike per HE shell, and you certainly do feel that in your Alpha Strike numbers. This ship very much is a do damage through fire, but I feel like that is the kind of preferential way to do it in the upper tiers, just because it does make it a bit easier to get those large damage numbers, right? A ship pops up, you're able to set that fire, and then you have that longer damage over time tail, which will perform very nicely for you. And overall, it's not like your Alpha Strike has been nerfed into oblivion. It is not like the chance of fire on Azur Lane Chapayev, where, you could get down to sub 1% and you really didn't see very many fires. Here, you're still getting decent Alpha Strike. Also, your AP is untouched. Your torpedoes are untouched. So a lot of your other means of dealing damage are still just as effective as they were when you were just a regular Suzuya, which overall makes this ship incredibly effective. Now, one of the other things you'll probably have seen as we pick up our another double fire is the new assist medal, the red clutched fist, which is kind of new with this update. I have to say, I am enjoying it overall. I think it's kind of there just to make you feel good as a player. It is going to be very interesting, though, because it will kind of invalidate a lot of the previous XP records, just because when you do get one of these assists, you're going to get a quarter of the XP you would have from dealing a kill, which is going to give you a nice little boost. And speaking of a kill, we pick up the next kill on Scharnhorst 43 right there, and now it is down to a 5v2. And there's kind of 2 people left, and there's one who we kind of have to be concerned about. Of course, there's Kansas, and given his large and accurate guns, he can absolutely destroy us, and we kind of need to be worried about him. But in all honesty, I'm more worried about this destroyer, just because, well, if you look where our destroyer is, he's far off on the side, And if you see where the most recent destroyer spotted location was, it's fairly close to us. Now, we are going to push into the Kansas here. The main idea here is he's kind of almost down. If we can get him down, then we are able to isolate the destroyer and then start hunting him. Now, of course, we are kind of pushing in a predictive pattern right now, right? We are pushing towards the Kansas. We're going in a straight line. You don't want to do that when there's a destroyer about. So we're going to go ahead and hit that sonar. That way, if the destroyer wants to be cheeky and shoot at the cruiser as opposed to, well, the sitting duck battleships, we are able to respond. Or if he is shooting at the battleships, we may be able to pick up those torpedoes. And speaking of torpedoes, here comes those torpedoes as Kansas goes down, which is excellent because we would have been broadside to this Kansas. We get plenty of time to rotate on out and get parallel with those torpedoes. And now we have the ability to turn in because, well, we just now need to hunt this one destroyer. And Jutland decides it's time to fire his guns. We're going to kind of look where he is. He is going to get a good view on us. Thankfully, we do move out of our smoke fire range while we do it. We're going to dump torpedoes. Torpedoes, I don't think, end up having the range, or maybe they're just within the range for that smoke screen. But no matter what, we do want to sort of force the issue here. At this point, we are up on points. We are not up on capture points. So as our destroyer limps around to try and earn this final capture point, what we want to do is go ahead and try and place pressure on this destroyer, make it so that as our team kind of rotates in, he is unable to really set up a good torpedo run on any of them. And if he does end up taking us down, well, we're sort of the least valuable piece other than that destroyer that's all the way out there as far as swinging the points in his favor. Now, he would have to take out a large number of us in order to do to kind of swing the points, but still, we want to not play too foolishly here. As you can see, we're kind of swinging the ship left and right, getting ready, and Jutland pops up right here. And this is going to be where you see our lack of alpha strike. We're going to start hitting the Jutland here, and even with our guns on target, we are not going to be doing huge amounts of damage to him. The damage numbers aren't the greatest overall, and I guess this is the trade-off for the insane fire chance, but at this point, I think it's a trade-off I'm willing to make as Jutland puts out his last smoke screen, and we get the final assist medal and a dreadnought for the game. And, well, what does that bring our total fires to for this match? 22 fires, and I lost count of how many were double fires, but there was a ridiculous amount in there. And just to show off what sort of XP we are now getting with those assisted medals, we are looking at around 3,000 XP, 3,100, 3,180 for, I would say, what is a decent game, but kind of a fairly standard Suzuya game. So, guys, that's Blazing Dread. It's a bit crazy. Anyways, guys, if you like videos like this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.